Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another video on the Lordy channel. And today, I'm bringing you a different video, kind of. It's still football related, but it's the greatest Premier League players of all time. Now, this video was actually, I got one of my friends called Alex to send us his top 10 of all time, going from 10 to number 1, the best. But this is his opinion, guys, it isn't mine. So if you want to see a video of me doing my top 10, make sure you like, subscribe, and comment. Help us reach my goal of 300 subscribers by the end of the year. And without further ado, let's get into the video. So, going at number 10, actually, I want to mention one thing actually before that. I've only included Premier League title wins, that 38 game season, that Golden Boot, that Player of the Year, the Young Player of the Year, but there's none in this list, and obviously Premier League titles. So no League Cups, no Champions Leagues, but you know the quality of the players, even if they haven't won one. Now, guys, going into number 1, it's Yaya Toure. Now, Yaya appeared in 230 Premier League games, scoring 59 times and assisting 35 times. Yaya won 3 league titles in 2012, 2014, and in 2018. Yaya is considered one of the greatest Premier League midfielders of all time who could play in any single position. And most of my youngest childhood was watching Yaya Toure at Manchester City, and he was a baller. I think there's midfielders on this list who I think were better than Yaya who's missed out, but this is Alex's opinion, so obviously when I make my list it'll be completely different to this with some players, but I can see why Alex has put Yaya Toure in here. A great player, and let's go to number 9, guys. Number 9 is Sir Alan Shearer, the most goals in Premier League history, 260 Premier League goals. He won the Premier League Golden Boot in the 1994 to 1995 season, in the 95 to 96 season, in the 96 to 97 season. He also was a Premier League Player of the Year in the 94 to 95 season. And also, guys, another interesting stat with Shearer, he was the first player to score 100 Premier League goals in the fewest amount of matches. So he scored 100 Premier League goals in 124 matches, as you can see. And also, in Alan's Premier League career, between these are 3 clubs, and listen to his stats, guys. 441 Premier League games, 260 goals, and 65 assists. And of course, Alan won the Premier League with Blackburn, and it was in 1995. But now, guys, going in to number 8, that was a great shout by Alex. I think I would have him a bit higher on the list, but now this is another great shout from Alex, guys, coming up. And I think this is, of course, controversy, this one, but it actually is the Belgian wizard, Eden Hazard. Now, Hazard was 100% one of the best wingers I've seen play in the Premier League. Would I have him in my top 10? I don't know. But if you look at some of the stuff Eden done, let's just look at some of these stats, guys, for a winger. 245 games, 85 goals, and 61 assists. And also, you got to think, guys, Eden had some massive achievements at Chelsea and some personal ones. Like in 2015, when he won the Premier League Player of the Year, Eden went on to win the league title as well twice with Chelsea in 2015 and 2017, and could be considered as one of Chelsea's best wingers of all time, without a doubt for me, and one of the best wingers to do it in the Premier League, in my opinion, guys. But let's move on to number 7, I think we're on now. I'm not sure, I've lost count already, but it actually is, guys, and this is a Uruguayan beast. It's Luis Suarez, and although he was notoriously known for biting people, Chiellini and Ivanovic, other than his addiction to suck blood and try to live his vampire career on the football pitch, Luis Suarez was one of the greatest strikers I've ever seen in the Premier League. Like, he never won one, but how he didn't win one, I don't know, but, well, I know how, because Gerrard slipped on his arse, but, I don't understand. I'm a Newcastle fan, and I just don't understand how this incredible player did not win the Premier League, because he did deserve to win one. But he did win the Premier League Player of the Year one year. He also won the Golden Boot in the 13 to 14 season, scoring. He scored 31 goals. And next, guys, we've got a special one. A one that means a lot to Manchester City fans, and I 1000% agree with this one, guys. It's Aguero. This man is reasonable for one of the greatest moments in Premier League history. The goal, and one of them goes like this. It's finished at Sunderland. Manchester United have done it all they can. Man City are still alive, yeah. Balotelli, Aguero, and then The commentator goes on to say, "I swear you'll never see anything like this again, ever again. So watch it, drink it in." They've just heard the news at the stadium. Like 2 goals in added time for Manchester City to snatch the title away from Manchester United. And what a moment this was! I remember watching this live, and I was like, "Wow, this was incredible." Um, it was by far one of the best moments to happen in the Premier League, and like when you saw it, you were just like what? That's what you were like. But let's move on to actually Sergio's honours because he is some of his honours are. So he won the Premier League on 5 different occasions in the 2012 season, the 2014 season, 2018, 2019, and 2021. 5 Premier League titles is so impressive, and of course he collected the Golden Boot in the 14 to 15 season as well. But Manchester City legend, Man City's. Would you say it's Man City's greatest player of all time? Quite possibly. Um, but hey, who knows? I could say, I would say he is, guys. I really, really would say he is. But I think now, guys, we're going on to number 5. I want to say, or 6. I'm not sure. Well, it'll be 5 or 4. I'm not sure, but it is the man who slipped on his arse, Steven Gerrard. Generally, one of the best midfielders to ever do it. You might have known the Premier League title. He might have slipped on his arse on the way, but he had some special nights. And I said I'm not mentioning anything about the Premier League, but he had. I think just because he didn't win the Premier League title, I just want to say that he had some special nights in the UCL and League Cups, and he had some special moments, and he had some special moments in the Premier League. And I know he might have had his head turned by Chelsea at one point, but he didn't leave. He stayed at Liverpool, latest boyhood club. But let's look at Steven's stats because he played 504 games for Liverpool, guys. He scored 121 goals and got 100 assists. And Steven won the Premier League Player of the Year in 2009 after a fantastic season. And as I said, the only thing he didn't do was win the Premier League, which might still haunt him to this day when he slipped on his arse and gifted it to Demba Ba. But now, guys, going into the next player, you knew this guy was on the list. I would have him higher. It's Wayne Rooney. Let's look at some stats about Rooney. In the Premier League, Wayne Rooney made 491 appearances, scoring 208 goals and 114 assists. And these games were mostly played at Manchester United, where he had his best moments of winning titles, winning trophies, winning stuff like the Player of the Year. But let's look at some of Wayne Rooney's best achievements. So he was a Player of the Year in 2010, I think that says. It's quite little for me. 2010 for Manchester United. He was Manchester United's Player of the Year 4 times, and he also won the Premier League 5 times in the 7 season, 8 season, 9 season, 2011 season, and 2013 season. 5 Premier League titles like Aguero. Incredible, special player, special moments. Like remember his overhead kick, great player. And then, but now, guys, we're actually moving on to a very strange one from Alex here because I would never have this guy this high up my list. I think he's a special player. It's Kevin De Bruyne. Certainly he's very high up on the list. And there's a midfielder that misses out on here that I feel like maybe you should have put this guy in over him. But I believe he's certainly one of the best players to do it and one of Man City's best midfielders ever, along with Toure. As you can see here already, he won the Footballer of the Year in 2020 and 2021. If you also go on to his next stats, what he's achieved, he's won the Premier League another impressive 5 times in 2018, 2019, 2021, in 2022, and in 2023. And guys, he's still playing for Manchester City. Can he add a 6th Premier League title? Who knows? But guys, going on to number 2, because I know where we are now. The greatest player to ever play football, in my opinion, Cristiano Ronaldo. And even if you don't think he's the greatest player ever, if you think Messi is or someone else, you've got to acknowledge that Ronaldo is still one of the greatest footballers in history. And I would only count his first spell at Manchester United. I wouldn't count his second. It went a bit sour. You know, we remember the Ronaldo from the first young lad who moved over to Manchester United. And to be fair, guys, Ronaldo's won 5 Ballon d'Ors, but his first Ballon d'Or actually came at Manchester United in 2008. But if you look on there, 2008, that's when he went Man United, and the rest were Real Madrid and stuff. That is what Ronaldo done. But Ronaldo also, guys, won the Premier League Player of the Year in 2007 and 2008. He also won the Premier League in 2008, 2009, 2007, 2008, and 2009. 3 times in a row. That's 3 Premier League titles. And he was also the top scorer in the 07-08 season with 31 goals. Now, guys, number 1, you should know who this is. I want you to leave in the comments right now. Who is it? I'm gonna give you 5 seconds. Remember, subscribe and like way down there, obviously. But 5, 4, 3, 2. It's Thierry Henry, guys. You know already. Come on, 1,000% agree with this one from Alex. He's the best player to ever do it in the Premier League to this date. He's such a special player, and he deserves to be called the Premier League's greatest ever player. Some special things Henry's done, and he was so technically gifted. He was so fast, so good at finishing. He had everything, Henry. Anything you want in a player, that man had. Let's look at some of his stats. So, Thierry Henry was the Premier League Player of the Year in 2003 and 2004. He also won the Golden Boot in 01, 02, 03, 04, 05, 06, in 04, 05, 05, 06. Sorry, guys, I went a bit fast there for myself. And he also won the Premier League in 2002 and 2004. But I've also want to give a special mention for that 03 to 04 season. He won the Premier League. He was a part of the Invincibles who didn't lose a single game. Listen again, he did not lose a single game in 2003 to 2004. The year I was born, 2003. Didn't lose a game. I think they won 26 games and drew 12 and lost none. Incredible achievement from Arsene Wenger, Thierry Henry and the Invincibles. But guys, that's the end of the video already. That was Alex's top 10. Do I agree with some of them? Certainly. Would I have them in that order? I would move some around here and there. I think you missed out like the likes of Lampard and other great players that played for Manchester United and other great Premier League clubs as well. But guys, obviously it's the end of the video, so make sure you like. Tell us what, and also while down there, like and tell us what you liked in the comments of the video, guys. And remember, as I said, make sure you subscribe. Help me reach my goal by the end of the year of 300 subscribers. Your support on the last video, guys, was incredible. Like, it bangs so much. I was like, what the hell? I gained like 10 subs from it, guys. So thank you so much for listening to my crap. I hope you come back to listen to my crap tomorrow, and I'll see you in the next one, guys. Goodbye.